Hey there, my name is Amanda, and I am just about to teach a yoga class to you. This class is intended to induce a sense of bodily awareness and a sense of calm. There's no need to try too hard in this class. There is no right and wrong. If you're not doing what I'm doing or what the person next to you is doing, that's okay. You have permission to do what you do best, and that's be you. So breathe however it feels natural and attempt the postures in a way that feels right and true for you. Like I said, there's no right or wrong, there's no better best, and I hope you enjoy this practice, and I wish you well. Thank you so much for being here and practicing with me today. Bye for now. Welcome to this video. This is a yoga and qigong video. I've got two people in the room here with us, and this is designed to calm, center, strengthen your body and your mind in a really nice relaxing way. We're going to go through a series of movements seated in the chair, but we are going to get out of the chair, and you're going to have an option at the end in relaxation, in Shavasana, whether you want to lay down or not. So you'll be able to stay in the chair quite easily to do the relaxation. All right, and we're going to sit forward on the chair. So we're going to make sure that we're not leaning back at all, and we're going to place our hands on our thighs. And we're going to take a deep breath in through both of our nostrils. And then we're going to exhale out of our mouths. And bless you. See, that makes it more natural. I love that. Another deep breath in through both of your nostrils. And exhale out of your mouth. And then one more breath in through both of your nostrils. And then open your mouth, and if you feel to make a noise, do so. Wonderful. So let's start with some diaphragmatic breathing. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to take our hands onto our rib cage, and we're going to have our two middle fingers touching. And as we breathe into our diaphragm, the diaphragm itself is a flat muscle and is going to dome down. And then as we breathe out, it's going to rise back up. So let's get a visual of this. As you breathe in, let your rib cage flare, let your belly expand. Let your middle fingers come apart. And as you breathe out, let your belly contract back in. Letting the middle fingers come back together. Breathing in. Expand, and then breathing out. Letting go, and one more breath like that, and listen to the sound of the breath. And breathing out nice and slow. Fantastic. When you're ready, we're going to inhale and windmill our arms out and up and around us as we breathe in. So we're going to let the arms rise up. And then as you exhale your hands down the central axis, we're going to create a bit of sound by closing our mouth and humming. And let's do that again. Inhale, windmill the arms up and around you. And then exhale. Sound can be loud, it can be soft. One more time. Inhale, big breath in. And exhale. Great. And let your hands come and land on your thighs, and just kind of sense the feeling in your throat and your face. And then from here, We're going to move into a turn of the head to release neck and throat tension. So we're going to use our hands. This is a Qigong movement. As you inhale, stay in center. And then as you exhale, lift your hands out and let's turn our head to the right. And just open your arms, the inner arms, the chest, turning the head. And then slowly bring your hands and your head back to center as you breathe into center. And then exhale and turn your head to the left and open your arms and your hands and turn your head around to the left. We'll do it one more time each way. Inhale, come back to center. It doesn't need to be a big turn, doesn't need to be a big stretch. Exhale and open to the right, turning the head. One more time. Inhale, come back to center. Hands on the thighs, and then exhale. Open the arms, open the chest, turn the head to the left. Inhale and come all the way back to center and just pause for a moment. And again, feel. So we'll pause and we'll feel the movement after we've repeated it a couple of times. Let's shake the hands now. Shake the hands and let the shake. So imagine in this moment that we're kind of shaking and we're letting the shake kind of grow up the arms into the shoulders and maybe even tapping the heels on the ground. So we're coordinating a bit of movement here. And imagine that as we shake, we're just dropping tension. We're just letting it drop into the ground. And we can even turn our head a little and wobble a little side to side. A few more little shakes here. Great. And then come back to center and take your hands middle of the thighs. Inhale here. Open and broaden through the chest and look just up towards the ceiling a little bit, but don't drop the head back. And then exhale and push your hands forward to your knees and round your back. So this is a seated cat-cow. Inhale, drag your hands about halfway back. Open your belly, open your chest, open your face. And then exhale and round. Cupping the knees, rounding the back, dropping the head. One more time. Inhale, drag the hands back, open the chest, the belly, the face. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then exhale and round the back. Good. Inhale, bring your hands halfway back to your thighs and just sit up somewhere in the middle of that. So in the middle of the rounding and the opening, there's a nice central point. And then inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, turn and twist to your left. So we're going to take our right hand to the outside of the left knee or left thigh. And we're going to take this other hand, the left hand, just onto the chair, maybe behind the chair if you can, or to the side of the chair. We're turning and twisting to our left. Doesn't have to be a big move. Inhale and exhale here. And imagine the spiral of your spine. You're breathing into your chest, your belly, your back. Creating space with each inhalation. And then when you're ready to exhale, just very gently unravel, unwind, and slowly come back to center. Good. And adjust if you need to. Inhale, reach to the sky. And then exhale, let's turn to the right this time. So left hand's coming across to the right knee or thigh, holding onto the chair wherever it feels good, turning and twisting to the right. Just maybe making that moderate, doesn't need to be too big. Inhaling and exhaling. Each inhale creates space, and each exhale releases tension and tightness. Inhale here. And then exhale and just slowly, slowly, slowly unravel, unwind. And place your hands on your thumbs and just pause and feel. Notice what that feels like in the back body, in the spine. Great. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, let your left hand stay up and bring your right hand down. And we're just going to hold the side of the chair. So whether that's the arm or the side, we're just going to lean a little over to the right. Just letting that left arm sweep over the left ear. And you can look down, you can look ahead, whatever feels good for you. And just breathe into those left ribs, the left lung. Making space through the side of the body. Inhale, reach your left hand up to the sky and let your right hand follow. Maybe looking up but not dropping the head back. Bring all of your fingertips together and your thumb tips together. This is Hakini Mudra. It's a mudra for integration. Inhale here. And then exhale, try the other side. So bring your left hand down to hold onto the chair and reach your right arm over your right ear. Breathing in, right ribs, right lung, and breathing out. One more breath. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach all the way up to the sky with the right hand. Let that left hand come up. We'll try that Hakini Mudra one more time. Inhale here. And then exhale, release your arms out and around you slowly, nice and slowly, lengthening that out breath to calm the nervous system. Great. So from here, we're going to start to work on the legs a little bit. So we're going to inhale and release our arms up in front of us, like we're marionette strings. And as we do that, we're going to take the top of our left foot back and under the chair. And so it might come under, it doesn't have to. You could be on the tippy toes. This is kind of simulating a lunge. So just do what feels right for you. Inhale here. And then exhale. Bring your left foot back. Take your hands onto your knees. Keep exhaling and forward fold. Let your hands dribble down your lower legs towards your toes. Let's try it on the other side. So inhale, drag your hands up the fronts of your legs. Take the top of the right foot under your chair. Reach to the sky. That's your inhale. And then exhale, float your hands down. Bring your right foot onto the ground. And pour yourself down into a forward fold. We'll do it one more time each way. Inhale, glide your hands up. When you feel comfortable, move that left top of the foot under your chair. Exhale, bring the left foot down, glide all the way down into the forward fold. One more time. Inhale, reach, right foot tucks under. And then exhale and release, coming all the way down into your forward fold and hanging here for a moment. Just kind of seeing what it would be like to hang the head and let your head kind of drag your spine down into this forward fold, releasing tension and tightness through your spinal column. One or two more breaths here. Great. And then when you are ready, we're going to inhale and just nice and slowly drag back up. And maybe you've got your eyes closed here. You don't have to. And you can just pause and feel the interior of your body. Notice what feelings, awarenesses, and sensations that are arising. Good. Okay, so let's flutter our eyelids open. We're going to do one more seated pose and then we're going to stand up. I like this one. So we're going to take our hands out in front. We're going to imagine that we've got a big bowl of porridge. We're making porridge for everyone at the retreat. And we're going to start to stir the porridge. We've got this massive spoon. And the great thing about this movement is it's creating awareness around our hips and the heads of our femur bones, which are our big bones at the top of each of our legs. But it also creates an awareness through the pelvis. So you can lean forward if you want, lean out to the side, lean back. And then once you've done that a few times one way, reverse back and go in the opposite direction. And notice what that feels like to create big circles, smaller circles. Breathing smoothly, breathing softly. And maybe even listening to the sound of your own breath in your own ears as you start to wind those circles back into smaller and smaller rotations. Great. And then at some point you come to stillness and your body might still feel like it's moving. And then when you're ready, allow your hands to release that big wooden ladle and let your hands float down onto your thighs. And just for a moment here, close your eyes and take a long, slow, smooth breath in through both of your nostrils. And then open your mouth and exhale the breath out. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Okay, so let's open our eyes here. Tuck your feet in and under a little bit. So we're going to make like we're getting out of the chair, and we're not going to. So just for a moment, we're going to use our feet and our leg muscles to lift us, and then we're going to sit. So this is building strength in our legs, in our glutes. Inhale and lift, and then exhale and lower. And then this time we're going to stand up. So inhale and lift, and exhale, let your arms release by your sides. So we're going to bring our chair, because our chair is going to help us. It's going to come to the right side of the mat. So mine's actually on my mat, but yours can be off to the side. So just off to the right side of your mat. Okay, so to begin with, our right leg is going to be our standing leg. That's going to be where we're balancing. So I'm just going to take my socks off here. I'm going to spread my toes and lay them down. I'm going to hold onto the chair with my right hand, and then I'm going to tuck my left heel in towards my right inner ankle. That's going to be our starting position. So this is tree pose, and if we want to, we could lift our hands up and bring them together in the center of the chest. So this is our tree pose. We call it Vrikasana. It builds strength in the standing leg, so in our right leg, but it's building some suppleness in and around the hips, because we're slightly turning the hips out. Now, focus on gently on a spot on the floor, and if you want to here, lift your hands up. You don't have to, but if you want to lift your hands up, and you could use that Hakini Mudra again, with your elbows bent, fingertips touching, thumb tips touching, inhaling here, exhaling here, and sensing calm and relaxation within this tree, within this posture. Inhale here. And then exhale, slowly allow your hands and your arms to lower on your exhalation. Great. Release. Bring your feet together. Have a little wriggle. You could even shake that right leg out. Let's pick, so building strength, we're going to pick up the chair and we're going to move it. Now, you don't have to move the chair. If the chairs aren't movable wherever you are, you can just go around and do a do-si-do, do a little do-si-do. Let's try left foot. We're going to hold on to the chair, and maybe for this one we will hold on to the chair entirely. We're going to bring the right heel on the left inner ankle, and then take the right hand and rest it in the center of the chest somewhere. Holding the chair, finding the drishti. So the drishti is a soft gaze point, letting your muscles relax and tune into a gentle, soft flow of breath. Listening to the beat of your heart, listening to the sound of the body. And so you can probably feel, even when we are holding on to the support, that left leg is still working. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, release the hand and release the right foot. And maybe shake that left leg out. So we're going to do one more thing, which I think is really going to be very, very helpful, especially if you've been seated in a chair for a long time. I'm going to bring my chair around to the top of my mat. So if you'd like, if you can move your chair, move your chair. And if you bring it around to the top of your mat with this bar facing towards you. Yeah, and you can take it off the end. That's great. So we're going to take both hands onto the top of the chair and we're going to walk our feet back and we're going to create an L shape with our body. So our legs are creating the bottom part of the L and our spine, our head and our arms are creating the side part. Take a couple of breaths here, breathing spaciousness into and along your spine. The knees can be soft, the knees don't have to be straight or bent. You can choose, you can go between the two. And you can actually do this quite dynamically. You can bend your knees, you can straighten your legs, soften your face. Good. And then hold on to your chair and start to make your way towards the chair. So walk your feet slowly, meander. And then from here, we're holding on to this chair and we're going to stay holding on. So this is building strength again in one leg alternately. So keep your right foot on the ground and take your left foot back just a little bit. And hold on to your chair and broaden, broaden, broaden through the chest. So that right knee is a little bit bent. The left knee can be bent as well. If you wanted to here, you can hold onto the chair or you can lift your arms up. This is Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale here. And then exhale, float your hands down onto the chair again for support. And then step that left foot forward. Take the right foot back. Choose how you want to place that. You can be as wide as you want. Hold on to the chair if you like. If you want to, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, float your hands down. Holding onto the chair, stepping forward. And then when you're ready, we're going to grab this chair and we're going to sit back into it. So if you didn't want to move your chair, if you couldn't move your chair, all good. And again, we're going to sit towards the front of the chair. Okay, so we're going to kind of end this part of the sequence coming back to diaphragmatic breathing, just to notice what that feels like. So again, we're going to take our hands onto the ribs, middle fingertips are touching. You can close your eyes here if you feel comfortable and safe. And take a deep breath into your lungs. Let them expand out into your hands. And then as you exhale, feel your ribcage concertina back in, fingertips to touch. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathing in, expanding 360 degrees. And letting that breath out slow down. And if you could, maybe on this last round, see if you can let that out breath be a little bit longer than the in breath. Sending signals of calm and ease and peace into the body and out into the world. So where we're headed now, after that practice, is we're headed to relaxation. And relaxation can take the shape that you want to take it in. So you could be laying on the ground if you want to, on your bolster. You can be seated in your chair. You can do relaxation any way you want to do it. So you choose. For you in the room, there's eye pillows, there's cushions, there's bolsters, there's blankets behind you. So take your time in setting up. Once you're in your position where you're receiving the relaxation, take a few moments to adjust your body to find the most impeccable level of comfort that you can find. Let your body sink down into ground. Feel the musculature of the back of the body soften down into the earth, into the chair. However your body is oriented, let your back body rest down into support. And then open your front body to the sky. Just kind of opening up to the energy that is around you. And take a moment to feel your body held here in this time and space, relaxing down, opening up to the experience of feeling your fingers, the palms of your hands and the backs of your hands. Letting your attention drift into your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms, both of your shoulders, and then sensing from your shoulders to your fingertips. Sensing all the little pulsations, all the little vibrations within your arms, your hands and your fingers. And then take your attention to the tips of your toes and notice the feeling, awareness in your toes, the necks of your toes, the soles and the tops of your feet. Sense the inner core of each foot. Awareness in your ankles, your lower legs, your knees, your upper legs, and your hips. And then feel your way from your hips to your toe tips and everywhere in between. Sensing all of the little vibrations in your awareness at this moment. Let your attention move to your buttocks, your pelvis, your belly. Notice your belly moving with your breath, out and in, up and down. And the next time your belly softens down, let your attention sink into your lower back and feel your way through your lower back, your middle back, your upper back. Let your breath glide along your spine, breathing in as your attention slides from the top of your spine down to your base. And as you breathe out, let your awareness glide all the way back. And then, like you're receiving a great big hug, let your awareness drift into your side bodies, side waists, your armpits, and into your belly and your chest. And feel your way from your belly to your rib cage, to your chest region. And again, sense the breath sliding down and gliding back up. One more time, letting your breath glide all the way down from the top of the chest to the belly and all the way back up. And then feel your way into your throat and your neck, the back of your head, the crown of your head, the two sides of your head, your brain, your skull, and then let your attention wash into your forehead, your eyebrows, your temples, your two eyes, left and right, your two nostrils, right and left, both ears, both cheeks, your top lip and your bottom lip. And now let your attention drift inside of your mouth, sensing your tongue, your teeth, and your inner cheeks. Allow your awareness now to wash down the center of your throat and into the middle of your chest. Letting go of controlling the breath or the body and letting the breath and the body be now. Letting the breath and the body be. And now begin to deepen your breath. Slowly expanding the breath. Wriggling your fingertips, your toe tips, and then maybe slowly moving your head just a little side to side. Taking a moment here to stretch the body, like you're waking up from a deep sleep. And then when you're ready, if you feel to, you might roll over onto one side, but you don't have to, you could stay right where you are. Taking a breath here on your side, letting your body get a signal that we're ready to complete our class, to conclude our class. Slowly beginning to rise up into a seated position. And so when you're ready, you might like to inhale your arms up and around you in a big circle. And then exhale the hands down the central axis. And just take a moment to feel a little gratitude for this body and for this breath, even for this moment. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.